Is it possible that somebody can seem grounded when they're not? Hey guys, how's it going? This is James Tripp with a video for James Tripp Chaos Wave. In this video, we are continuing our exploration of the subject of grounding, groundedness, ground of being that we discussed in the last video. I'll put a link up to that video there. Just in short, groundedness, ground of being, it's this sense of, do you know what? Whatever happens, I'm okay and I can handle this. So it's a very strong place to come from when engaging with the world, when influencing the world, when recruiting people to your cause in life. But I had a great question come in from Lawrence on the last video. And Lawrence asked, is it possible that somebody can seem grounded when they're not? Now, this is an excellent question. I called the video, is it possible to fake grounding? Now, what we're talking about when we're talking about grounding is essentially being in a state where none of your threat response systems are firing. We could use the term fearless, but that sort of suggests some sort of boldness, and grounding isn't really about that. It's a quieter, deeper, richer thing, but it's this state where none of our threat response systems are firing. So the question here is, can a person cover up effectively when their threat response systems are firing? Now, the honest truth of this is some people can, yes, better than others. Some people are simply good actors and they're good. They can seem very calm when perhaps under the surface things are going on a little bit frenzied. But the truth of the matter is they are never going to be quite as they would be, quite so present, quite so clear, quite so powerful in their grounding as they would be if they were really experiencing it deeply from the inside out. So that's the first point on this. The second point on this is this ability to project calm and confidence when underneath the surface we might be feeling fear is actually dependent upon who's perceiving. So instead of thinking of grounding or groundedness or ground of being as this digital state that's either present or not, instead it's more useful to think of it as an analog continuum. So if you have somebody who's able to bring their best selves to every situation without needing to fall back on those ancient, archaic default threat response systems, so they're offline. If you've got someone who can do that generally everywhere they go, we'd say they're a very grounded person. And what they're going to do is they're going to be very, very good at spotting fake grounding. They're going to be very good at seeing through other people's attempts to project calm and clarity and presence and all of this kind of thing. The reason why is because when you're very, very grounded, your threat response systems are completely offline, you're able to pay attention to other people with a different quality. You're never really looking to them to tell you something about yourself, so you're more able to see them deeply. You're also more able to detect the contrast because you're in a very grounded state. So any sort of fear systems going off in other people, there's a good contrast there so you can pick it up. So for a person who's very grounded, has a phenomenally well-developed ground of being, they're going to pick up people who are faking calm, faking confidence, all of this kind of thing. On the other end of the spectrum, somebody who has not got a lot of groundedness within themselves, their threat response systems tend to kick off in response to all manner of triggers and stimulus and this kind of thing. They end up getting kind of wrapped up so much in themselves and their fear and self-protection that they're not really able to be good evaluators of other people. And what it tends to be is anybody with a higher level of grounding or a richer ground of being than them will seem super calm. And anyone with a lesser developed ground of being, they might be able to actually pick up as being a bit edgy and fearful. So it's a kind of a relative thing. What tends to happen in life is the more you develop your groundedness, your grounding, your ground of being, the more you start to see the fear, the panic, the anxiety, the worry, the insecurity in other people. The more you see it. So my own experience of this is when I used to be caught up in a lot of anxiety, I was very reactive to the world, my threat response systems were going all the time. I used to think everyone else was cool, calm and collected and had everything nailed down in their lives. I used to think everyone else was in the driving seat of their lives and I was the only one who was out of control. But across time, the more I develop my grounding and my grounded being, the more I see that most people out there are operating from fear, from threat, from insecurity, all of this kind of thing. So this is the experience that most people have as they develop their grounding and their grounded being. So can you fake groundedness? Yes, if you're a reasonably good actor and if the people you're faking to have got a lot of insecurity and fearfulness running in their own systems. Yes, you'll be able to fake it then. But if you encounter somebody with true grounding, true groundedness, a very profound sense of grounded being in themselves, you are not going to cut the mustard in that situation. So I just want to say before we finish up, grounding, grounded being, this is an important thing so far as I'm concerned. If you want to truly be in the driving seat of your life, this is a highly important thing. So I'm going to mention right now, it's a key aspect within the Power of 8 material curriculum, developing your grounding. Power of 8 right now, the train is in the station, it's picking up passengers, but it is going to be leaving soon. It is going to be pulling away soon, inevitably. So if you're interested in developing yourself as an independent life path creator, developing your capacity to create income, flow, prosperity and fulfillment in your life, if this is of interest to you, if you want to get on this Power of 8 deep coaching program, you want to be getting in touch, because as I say, I'm going to be doing the interviews for that soon and we're going to be rolling on. It's time to depart. Aside from that, grounding, can you fake groundedness? If you like this video, if you got value from this video, if it sparked some connections in your mind, please do give it the thumbs up. If you're looking for more rich perspective on using your mind to shape your life, how you can show up in the world, engage differently to get the kind of results that you want, please do subscribe to James Tripp Chaos Wave. Make sure you hit that notifications bell, because that's how you end up knowing when the videos come out. And in the meantime, make use of that comment section if you have questions, if you have feedback, if you have anything like that, because by making use of the comment section, that way this conversation gets to continue. Until it does, until we next communicate, keep on using your mind to shape your life.